everybody? Alrighty, we're going to take out the Huracan Evo. I like to keep it on the trickle charger every day, no matter when I'm gonna drive it next, just because heat definitely kills the batteries. And I am just that picky and OCD that I like to keep my battery charged up and everything charged up as good as I can. But I'm going to be taking out the Evo today, giving you guys a full breakdown of the car. I pretty much just bought the car, left you guys hanging, and then just got the car delivered here after I got it built and everything. I never gave you a breakdown, never gave you specifics. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. But let's go ahead and get a cold start. All right, let's head out. We'll give you a little POV action of leaving this. This is one of the more favorite parts about this. Hit it in Corsa. Not only does it change, but then the RPM changes. You can probably hear the car. The idle gets higher. Obviously, it has that huge, sweet display compared to the regular Strada or Sport mode. But then it also idles higher, and then the RPMs are higher. Let's go ahead and head out. Need some gas. Golly, I'm low. Slacking. Notice here I have it in Corsa, and then I have traction control off, and that is because the car is on DC1. It is now, it's operated by DC1 for the ECU. Those downshifts right there, those are just crispy. So you put it in Corsa, and then you put the traction control off to kick in and take over. Everyone asks me, everyone wonders, why did I buy another Huracan? Just right here, just like this. This car's an absolute beast. Not only makes the noises, but is ridiculously fast, gap spikes, and just feels another like any other car, but also we're just taking it easy. We're just driving as if we're just driving a stock car. It's comfortable. I could have AC on, I could have the heated seats on. I do have a cup holder. We made sure we got that.
It's the
But it's just such a quality car. I mean, the gear down. Listen to the gear down here. It's just so money. It's so well dialed in. Big shout out, huge shout out to Harrison Performance for building me this beast. The only downfall to this area that I live in is there is so much crap all over on the roads. I always worry about getting something in my tires. There's literally construction everywhere. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. But to sum up why I got another Lambo and why I twin turboed it, one, I got an Evo. It's a lot newer. I mean, look at all the amenities here and all the updated everything and that huge kind of iPad screen display here. It's just money. It's just such a fantastic car. It's so well done. It's honestly, I would say, probably the #1 car for being still a driver, for power, and then just reliability. I mean, it's just such a fantastic car. That's why I got another one. I don't think you can beat what this car offers. Everything, all the aspects of it for the money. Let's give you guys a little bit of noises here. Give you a little noise action. The gear down. Every time. Just not even getting on it. Just little baby shifts. That sound. I mean, you could just do that all day. You could stay, not even speed, and just listen to those noises all day long. I could do that. I could hear that all day long. That is just absolute eargasm. Alright, we're gonna head to the spot and then I'm going to pull off and give you guys kind of the breakdown and rundown. So, here is now the overview of my new Huracan Evo. Let's start at the front of the car. We'll get to the juicy stuff in the back in a second. I have kept these wheels on. Everyone's been wondering why I've been keeping these wheels on. The reason for me keeping the wheels on is because I'm really loving the sleeper look. My last one had the bead locks on it, and that really kind of gives away the fact that it's not a sleeper. People pull up to this and they just see the stock wheels, stock color, and they think that everything's just stock on it.
Right.
The only thing that is done to this car, other than when we get back to the juicy stuff, is obviously the car is lowered, so you can see the fitment there, which is tucked and nice and tight, which I love. Obviously, it's got the huge carbon ceramic brakes, which I was so happy to get, especially when putting power onto the car. The car is full PPF'd. Obviously, bikes are slow. Oaks, you have to have the sticker on there. And then this one is a rear-wheel drive. And I went with the rear-wheel drive, I wanted a little different experience. I wanted something a little more rowdy, a little more lively, just a whole nother experience. And the rear-wheel drive is a lot lighter than the all-wheel drive. And I've been absolutely through the roof pleased with it, and I've been having a blast. But outside of that, it is nicer wheels, obviously, in the bronze. But, I mean, that Viola Parsife just pops. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but this is my dream color in this car. This shows exactly why I wanted it, just because it just glistens. It's got that metallic to it. Looks almost like dark blue and purple in the shade, but then it just has that purple sparkle in the sun. Also forgot to mention, obviously, I do have the carbon fiber spoiler on the back as well. And then obviously there's some styling differences because this is a Evo. My other one was just a 610-4 Huracan. So there's some different little differences. Let's get to the juicy stuff though, because that's what everyone's wanting to know and wanting to see. This is another thing that I love about this Evo, is everything is so open. So you can obviously see the tips. If you know, you know. Boost Logic, baby. One of the best in the business. We've got some 64, 66 millimeter turbos on there, but I love how open the Evo makes everything in here. So you can see the exhaust setup in there, the turbos in there. It's kind of hard to capture on the camera, but in person you can see it so easily. You can see the intake, you can see the turbo there. Looking at that right there, right through the engine bay glass, it looks just like a regular stock Huracan. Pop this up and it still looks like a stock Huracan, but if you just peek through here, you can see the blow-offs there, right there, and you can see a little more of the exhaust work there. You can see that titanium exhaust work now starting to change into the blue color. But I had everything polished. So if you look here, you can see the intercoolers there are polished. And then if you look in here, the turbos there are also polished in chrome. I feel like I thought the chrome would just be a super killer look. The only bad part about the Evo is it has this big plastic covering here, which kind of covers the whole car up. But it still looks good. It's kind of still sleeper status even at that. As far as the logistics of the build, I'm not going to divulge a whole lot. I like to keep it a little surprise for everyone. We're going to go with, this is a stage 1 build. This is a stage 1. Boost Logic. I had Harrison Performance in Arizona do the work for me. An absolutely fantastic job. Shout out to them. I'm so grateful for them getting me in and doing the work on the car. Knock on wood, it has been nothing but fantastic. The car has been running amazingly. I've been super impressed with it. And it's tuned on DS1. And as far as power wise, I'm going to keep that a little bit of a unknown anomaly. We're going to leave that up for interpretation. If you want FAFO, you can come find out and tell me what you think. If you want to race and then see how much power it has. But I wanted to at least give you guys kind of the breakdown on what this is. And as far as twin turbo kits and builds go, I mean, they can range from on the low end of a stage 1, which this is a stage 1. The stage 1, I mean, you can get probably a shop to do it for anywhere from like 35 to 50,000 for that, and then it goes up to a few $100,000 depending on how intricate you get. If you do a transmission built motor. The one thing I will say, and this will kind of help you guys determine a little bit of kind of how much power I have, is this is a stock motor car still. That's the only thing I'm gonna say and tell you on that, but it is a stock motor car. And I've had a lot of people give me some grief about the Lamborghini intake manifolds there, saying that it doesn't have a bunch of power because it's still the stock manifolds, intake manifolds on there. Little do you know, you can actually run those all the way up to the capability of what a stock motor Huracan can go up to as far as power wise. You don't need a billet intake manifold to run a lot of power in the car. I did that also. I wanted to keep it a little bit of a sleeper look. The whole point of this was I love just a little bit of the sleeper look, but it's just slick and beautiful with just a little couple minor aesthetics, the spoiler and the lowering like we went over before. That is the breakdown. And to top all the craziness off, when I bought the car, and this is what you guys have seen, I flew out, I bought the car, it was stock. The car was bone stock, no mods, not even an exhaust on it. I looked at the car, walked around it just to double check it over, make sure it was everything that I wanted. And then before, I didn't even drive the car. All I did was start it, rev it a couple times, because I actually haven't heard a stock Huracan other than in videos. My last Huracan was already twin turbo when I bought it. So I just wanted to rev it a couple times just to see what it sounded like. I didn't even take this car around the block. I literally sent it off straight away to get the Boost Logic kit and to get it twin turboed. You may think I'm crazy, and I probably agree with you, I am, but I already knew what I wanted. I didn't want to drive a stock Huracan. I feel like that would have been a bit of a depressing drive. That sounds really dumb to say, because I feel so grateful and blessed to even have this car. But you know what I'm saying. My last car was 1,700 plus horsepower, and that's all I ever knew. I never drove a stock Huracan, and so I didn't want to go drive it stock, so I just checked the car over, made sure it was good, sent it off right away before even driving it. So technically my actual first drive in the car was with it being twin turboed, and that video is also on my YouTube channel. You can go check it out, the delivery video, the delivery day, my first initial reactions. I honestly get that reaction that you'll see in that video every time driving it, just a smile and like a kid, giddy, and just laughing my head off. It's just an absolute blast. Let's get a little montage for you guys on this.
I might move like a cobra, but I'm far from a snake. Say I live in the moment, got an expensive taste. She try lie for the money, know that girl want my cake, yeah. My chain straight from the ocean, your chain straight from the lake, yeah. Slam on her own nail, I do not care how you feel. All my diamonds they tell, white gold, but your chain still.
That is going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the support. If you could, please like and subscribe on the videos. I'm going to be trying to push content out for you weekly here on YouTube. And if you would like, please comment down below and tell me what you guys would like to see with Purple Nurple here. Tell me what kind of videos, what kind of content. Tell me what you guys would like to see, because ultimately I want to show you guys what you want to see. But I have to let you know, not just keep you in the dark of what I did on the car. I didn't give you as much specifics because I'm keeping it kind of hush-hush on components and things that will kind of give away, but I wanted to at least give you guys a little bit of a breakdown and an overview of Purple Nurple and what has been done to it. Love you guys. Thanks. See ya.